Hello everybody. Out here watching the cats play in freshly cleaned out flower beds. Seems like I always start my videos right here on the porch. Well, when I think to do one, I'm usually sitting in front of the computer just on the other side of the door. Oh, my neighbor going to work. He's got a sweet 69 Camaro. He just totally redid top to bottom. Replaced literally everything but the roof on that car. But he has got a nice car now. Well, as usual, ain't a whole lot changed. Do have this inside, if you want to call this shit inside. Just mocking a few things up, looking. Got my fender zip tied on there. Got my scoop sitting on there. Wanted to see how it was going to set stance wise. I went and found enough tires. That's 235s on the front. Put my fender on there, see how it sits. I think it's a little high yet, but I was expecting it to drop a little more with that engine. But you know, it didn't really drop no further with that engine than it did when it had the 318 Dodge on that front suspension. The big block's heavy, but it ain't that much heavier than a small block Chrysler. Doing a little woodwork. Drug some trees up out of the field. Got a little bit cut. We got cold snap coming, but it's lovely right now. Picked up some metal from a friend of mine that's loading my car trailer up with scrap. And this right here is part of it. Oh, Lord mercy, got that stuck on there. Anyways, what I want to do is take this and, well, probably the smaller piece, and make my C-notch out of it. You see the depth. And it's some thick walled stuff. Really probably overkill. But when it's free, alright. And not to mention, this is a 5-inch beam. And this frame goes, it changes, as you can see, across, say, this section here, where the lip is. It goes roughly 4 to 5 inches. And thinking about, that's why this is stuck on here like a fool. Instead of boxing it to the inside, since I have this metal and I've got another piece, I cut here and here and just put it on the outside. Double it like we would on a heavy hauler coal truck or whatever. Cut this for, you know, my step notch up, talking and not, you know, cut it here for it and put it in there. And that gives me another 2 inches of clearance, maybe. If I could get that much, might even put a 1-inch block under it and drop the ass a little bit more. I don't want it slow. I can't drive it, but I don't want it sitting so high it doesn't look like it's been lowered. I'm getting there, guys. Let's see, what else have I done? I haven't do things, you know, small. I've had good days, had bad days. As you can see here, the steering wheel mount. These things from the factory, this mount would be about right here. The column is offset to the right of the speedometer. Now, just as an experiment, don't know if it's going to work, I modified this one, slid it over this much, inch and a half, and the idea is if you can see this hole in the floor here by the 5.5 at the back of an old street sign, that puts that coming out right at my exhaust manifold. Too darn close. Hoping this will put the hole about here, come over a little, and that might give me a little more wiggle room. Because baby, it's going to be tight any way you look at it. But it's got to work. It needs to be safe. And I'm going to try that because I can always cut a hole in here. And if I don't like it, I can make another piece. I've got more aluminum. You know, and I've got more drops. I've got another one just like this that I modified. This one's already been shortened up. These original 64 drops are about that far down, and you literally hit your knees on the column climbing in the truck. And since I'm tilting it and all that, I wanted to get it up off of my legs. Thought about, I've got that 65 down the field. The column on them actually come up into the dash right here. There's a semicircle cut out, and this piece here isn't available. But I don't have a bit of trouble taking me a hole saw, trimming the trim and the dash. But what I had in mind was, before I painted it, which I can still do it, taking all this out, taking this out, and of course it's hollow behind this. If you saw that hollow behind this, and just cutting this section out of 65 and raising it up that way and bringing it to the upper part of the firewall. But doing that, I still got manifold issues, because the manifold, I'll just show you. Before I do, look how them scoops look through the hood. I love it. Oh, let's see. I'm not going to raise that hood. I'm hoping you can see, because them scoops are just sitting there. Anyways, let's see if there's enough light. Here's my steering shaft. And here's my manifold. I can take the pipe in bound, and this shaft is probably, the steering shaft probably going to end up passing. I don't know exactly how it's going to go yet. It's just going to be one of them do it, try it, see how it works deals. Because I'm afraid that for some reason, if the engine mount fails, the engine's going to come down on the steering shaft. We don't want that. Still haven't found no rims. I'm still running the Diplomat rims on the front of this, on this side anyway, because I needed the right size tire to look at everything. I need regular plain steel wheels from a Cougar, T-Bird, you know, anything of that era from the 70s that would have had that in the trunk for a spare, because a lot of them had styled wheels on them that was ugly. You know, the small lug pattern like a Ranger, but they're a regular steel wheel like any car would have. And the reason I need that is, you know, I want to run the 57 Ford car hubcaps on it. And the only way I can do so is with those rims, because the Dodge rims I've got that fit it, that come on it originally, have the smaller center section for the hubcap. Well, just like those Diplomat wheels. You see the one I've got on the front now is a Redline Mopar hubcap. That's the look I'm going for. It's just the wrong cap. But you'd think that's something that, oh man, they're laying everywhere. There was a time when they was. I had 2 sets of those when I had my Thunderbird. And I can't find none nowhere. Nowhere. Somebody give me one, said that's what it was, and I didn't bother measuring it, and I got it home, and turns out it's a Chevrolet rim, which is okay, it can be spare for the plan. But, you know, they'll pop up. It's kind of a pain. But I was wanting to update you on a little bit of what I've been doing. That's about it, nothing special. It's going to turn cold on us again here. You know, most of you know I'm in Southwest Virginia. I've been out here picking a few Pontiac parts that I had spare and selling to people who I've met over Facebook. I'm trying to raise a little money for this project. I sold a spare center console out of the car down in the field. Somebody want my seatbelts out of that gray one, which if they want them, I'll take them out. I was going to sell them rocker moldings off of mine, because I thought I had a set for a 73, because that's 76 rocker moldings, and I don't. My 73 down the field, they done been taken off by someone. But if you look at this, These moldings are in pretty good shape on this car. They got a ridge right here, and this is the same piece just with a ridge molded in. Well, the 173 I've got is over here in the back of the old Ford. See the difference within 3 years of quality. This is the 73 rocker molding, painted black, very thick, and that chrome trim right there is a completely different piece that's mounted to it over top of the regular stuff, if you can even see it. But that is okay. I think I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, it is. You can see there. So what I'll end up doing is taking those and masking the shiny part off at the top and painting there down black. Only I would notice it. I don't care. I just want it close. I want to work on this car some this summer. I'm tired of it sitting around. And it just depends on, you know, how things go. I had a couple people asking about the Diplomat, and that tickled me that I was asked. And I went down in the field and visited it yesterday. Excuse me, something's on my lens. The darn thing, fortunately it's A-okay, but I'm glad I went down there and I did. I just borrowed a tire off from it, but on the roof of it, right about here, when I got it from Belt's Towing, he had told me when he took the light bar off the top, he stuck that plug in there to plug the hole where the wires went through. And apparently, in that first video I made of it, when I brought it, or had it here on the trailer, I blew that plug out and forgot about it. So my passenger side seat was soaking wet, which is okay. Headliner ain't no good in it anyway, but it didn't hurt it. So tomorrow when I go out, I'll buy another plug for it and I'll seal it up and put it in there. But that may have saved my floors finding that. Need to locate a good 360 for that car. That's what I want. I could rebuild the 318. It's out here. I have another 318 that ran good, but it's high mileage. And I thought about going with a Magnum engine. Probably will just find me a good 360, and I know where I can get one. It's just, you know, delegating funds, because I got so much going on. I can't be spending hundreds on that car right now when I'm trying to get the truck out of the garage. And my long-term goal right now is to get the truck back on the road, because I just miss it. I miss it so bad. I wish, it's been so long now, I wish I'd never took it apart, which is the way projects go. It's like I took a truck apart once in 1995. Excuse me, guys. I took it apart to change it over from a 3-speed to a Granny Gear 4-speed, because the 3-speed that was in it was giving me some trouble. It was making noise. And while I was into it, I said I'm going to do a few things to it. And that was in 95. This is 19, so what, 95? 2005 was 10 years, 15 was 20 years, 24 years, and that's the truck. Sitting here in pieces. So you think I would learn by now. I was riding that every day and just, now I don't have an engine for it. My cab's junk. Don't start projects you can't afford to finish. I learned that lesson. So just like this, I got this out and drove it around this morning. I ain't got no tags on it. I just drove it up the road and back. It's got a leak formed in the power steering. And I've thought nights here. I was like, well, I need to pull the motor out of that car. I'm sorry. The 455 out of that car. And get it ready to set over in this one. But right now, I can drop a battery in that car, fire it up, take it up the road, bring it back, whatever. It moves. It ain't sitting in the same place all the time. I can, you know, limber it up. I pull the engine out, it'll be forever before I get it back together, and in this car. So, you know, steps. But I've got it, and it runs, and I just want to freshen it up, nothing special. Change it to 6X heads. From what I'm told, that's a good move. Slide a little bigger cam in it. Nothing extravagant. I don't want lopey idling. I just want a little more oomph when I hit the gas. And probably runs a stock 73 4-barrel intake that's on the other car on it. And positive traction rear end on all those cars in it. And just run it. Run it. That's what I want. Well, guys, I just wanted to share a little update with you. Show off the, purple wall. That was the wife. I run out of paint. She thinks that's hilarious. Women. It's funny, you can't see it unless you're behind the house. You can't see it from down there. You can't see it from over there. Just right there. So, yeah, it's kind of cool. But, yeah, we're getting things done. Slowly but surely. Spring's a-coming, and I'm looking forward to it. All but cleaning up all this friggin' winter mess. Alright, guys. Be good. God bless you. Wrecking Car 72. Forgot to mention him at the Chop Shop Underground last time I made a video. And that's my bro. I don't mean to forget nobody when I do shout outs to other channels, because I can't remember my name, guys. And I really like those guys. He's been a good friend, a good person to talk to, and just a nut, which is always a good quality among people. The rains are coming. It's like most of my Pontiac knowledge I've gathered from Invincible Extremes. Vlad, he knows his stuff. There ain't much he doesn't know, but he's really up on the Pontiac stuff. He's kind of eat up in the head with them. And he's, giving me good advice on what to do with things I already have, rather than saving and spending a fortune on parts that I really don't need. It's good to have people like that to talk to. It really is. Because I know a little Ford. I know what to do with what I like, and I know what I like. But Pontiac, all I really know about them is more displacement. Leave the 301s where you find them, and get the 400s and 455s. Older 400, the better. That 400 runs good. It just has no oil pressure. The 455 has good oil pressure, but it's got a lot of miles on it. Sorry for the jumpy, crappy videos. Sorry that I talk through them all and don't show you its work. But it's just what I can do right now. And if you want to know why, I'll explain it to you sometime. But guys, be good, and thanks for watching, subscribing, and all that. And please keep watching, because I really enjoy making videos. I love to watch the videos, and it really pleases me knowing that I've got friends out there that wants to know what's going on with me too. And if you watch this, Cutworm, and I hope Cutworm does watch this, where you been? How you doing? God bless you, my brother. Worried about you. Haven't seen nothing out of you in a while. All right. Later, guys.